Each new day is a fresh opportunity to let go of what holds you back. Release the need to cling to the past. Breathe deeply and remind yourself that you are whole and complete, just as you are. Attachment is natural, but it doesn't have to define you. Notice your feelings, but don't let them control your actions. Shift your focus to the present moment. Look for beauty and possibility around you, and open your heart to new experiences. When you feel stuck, take a small step forward. Even the smallest action can start to break the cycle. Let go of what no longer serves you. Make space for growth, healing, and new opportunities. You are not defined by your past. Every day, you can choose to move forward with hope and courage. Remember, healing is a journey. Be gentle with yourself as you grow beyond old attachments. Practice gratitude for what you have now. Notice the small joys and let them fill your heart. Surround yourself with positive influences. Seek out people and places that inspire you to grow. It's okay to feel afraid of change. Trust that letting go opens the door to new beginnings. You are stronger than you think. Every step forward is a victory, no matter how small. Anchor yourself in the present. Let your dreams for the future guide you, not your memories of the past. Celebrate your progress. Every moment you choose yourself, you grow stronger and more resilient. You have the power to create a life filled with meaning, purpose, and joy. Believe in your ability to move forward. Let go of waiting for the past to return. Step boldly into the present and trust in the journey ahead. Take care of your energy. Rest, recharge, and honor your needs as you heal. Sometimes, a simple truth can change everything. Your world is bigger than your pain. There is so much more waiting for you. Let this be your moment of clarity. Choose to see the possibilities beyond your current situation. Life is happening all around you. Step outside, breathe in the fresh air, and welcome the new. Remember, letting go is not forgetting. It's choosing yourself and your future. Embrace uncertainty. The unknown is full of potential and new beginnings. You are capable of creating a beautiful, fulfilling life. Trust yourself and take the first step today. Choose the present over the past. Welcome the future with open arms and an open heart. This is your first step toward freedom. You're ready to move forward, stronger and more hopeful than ever. Detachment isn't about not caring. It's not about suppressing your emotions or pretending that you don't feel anything. It's not about building walls around your heart and isolating yourself from the world. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's about acknowledging your feelings, understanding them, and processing them in a healthy way without letting them control you, or becoming cold and indifferent to the world around you. It's not about shutting down your empathy or losing your capacity for compassion. It's not about becoming apathetic or cynical. True detachment doesn't involve emotional suppression or a lack of feeling. It's about loving someone, truly and deeply. It's about opening your heart and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. It's about cherishing the connection you have with another person and appreciating the joy they bring into your life, without making your happiness dependent on them. It's about recognizing that your worth and your well-being are not contingent on someone else's presence or actions. It's about understanding that you are a complete and whole person, regardless of your relationship status. Imagine holding a bird gently with an open palm, not clutching it tight, suffocating it with your grip. You admire its beauty, appreciate its presence, but you allow it the freedom to fly away if it chooses. Attachment says, "I can't be happy without you. My world will crumble if you leave. I need you to complete me." Detachment says, "I'm whole on my own. I choose to share my life with you, but my happiness doesn't depend on it." It's about recognizing your own inherent worth and value, independent of any external validation. You can love deeply with all your heart and still know you'll be okay if they leave. You'll grieve, you'll feel the pain of loss, but you won't be shattered. You'll have the inner strength and resilience to navigate the challenges and rebuild your life. Detachment is self-preservation. It's about protecting your emotional well-being and setting healthy boundaries in your relationships. It lets you engage from fullness, not fear. You approach relationships with a sense of abundance and self-sufficiency, rather than neediness and desperation. When you're attached, you're constantly seeking reassurance and validation from others. You outsource your happiness, giving away your power, and put unfair pressure on others to fulfill your needs and expectations. This can create resentment and strain in the relationship. Detachment empowers you to take responsibility for your own happiness, to be your own source of joy, to cultivate inner peace and contentment. The goal isn't to stop loving, to become emotionally unavailable or distant, but to love from strength, not desperation, to love from a place of wholeness and self-sufficiency. Wish people well, even from a distance, send them positive energy and good intentions, and know your value doesn't depend on their approval. Your worth is inherent, unchangeable, and independent of anyone else's opinion. Detachment is loving yourself enough to prioritize your own well-being, to know you're complete, just as you are, with or without someone else. It's about finding contentment within yourself, regardless of your external circumstances. That's the foundation for a resilient, joyful life, a life filled with meaningful connections and inner peace. How do you know if love has turned into unhealthy attachment? If your mood depends on someone else's, you're on an emotional roller coaster you can't control. If you abandon your own interests and friends, you've lost your own orbit. A constant fear of loss, jealousy, or walking on eggshells are big red flags. When your self-worth is tied to the relationship, you forget you were whole before they arrived. Recognizing these signs is the first step to reclaiming your power. My first real love in college. It was that all-consuming, butterflies in your stomach kind of love that you read about in books. We met during orientation week, and it felt like something out of a movie. Everything was exciting, new, and we were experiencing it all together. We spent hours talking, laughing, and dreaming about the future. He became my whole world, my constant companion, and in a way, my whole identity. I started defining myself through the relationship, losing sight of who I was as an individual. My hobbies, my friendships, even my personal goals took a back seat to us. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was slowly intertwining my sense of self with another person. When it ended, quite abruptly, I felt utterly lost, like a ship without a sail. The breakup was unexpected, and it shattered the foundation of everything I thought I knew about myself. It felt like a part of me had died, leaving a gaping hole in my heart and a profound sense of confusion. I was unsure who I was without him, without us. The we had dissolved, and I was left grappling with the daunting task of rediscovering the I. It was like looking in a mirror and not recognizing the person staring back. My reflection was clouded with sadness, uncertainty, and a deep longing for what was lost. I obsessed, constantly checking my phone, hoping for a text, a call, anything. I replayed memories, romanticizing the past, and desperately hoped for a reunion, clinging to the belief that we could somehow salvage what we had. I spent countless nights poring over old photos, rereading old messages, and reliving every moment of our relationship, desperately searching for clues, for answers, for any sign that we were meant to be together. One day, surrounded by reminders of us, photos, gifts, mementos scattered throughout my room, I realized with a jolt that I hadn't genuinely laughed in weeks, maybe even months. The joy had been completely sucked out of my life, replaced by a constant state of sadness and longing. Anger sparked, a fierce, protective anger. I was tired of giving away my power, of letting this breakup define me. I was done wallowing in self-pity and allowing someone else to dictate my happiness. I took down the photos, one by one, carefully removing them from the walls. I packed away his things, carefully placing them in a box, a symbolic act of letting go. And I made a list of what I loved before him, a reminder of the passions and interests that had once defined me. It was a conscious effort to reconnect with the person I was before the relationship, to reclaim my individuality and rediscover my own unique identity. I forced myself to say yes to invitations, even when the thought of socializing filled me with dread. Even when it felt awkward and uncomfortable, I pushed myself to step outside my comfort zone. Slowly, painstakingly, I started to rediscover myself, piece by piece. I started trying new hobbies, reconnecting with old friends, and exploring new interests. The turning point was studying abroad, a decision that seemed daunting at the time. It was terrifying, stepping into the unknown, but it forced me to be completely self-reliant, to navigate a new culture, a new language, a new way of life, all on my own. I made new friends from all corners of the globe, people who saw me for who I was in that moment, not who I was in the context of a past relationship. I explored ancient cities and found a strength I never knew I had, a resilience that surprised even myself. My world grew exponentially, expanding beyond the confines of my small town and my past relationship. And I learned, perhaps most importantly, that I could be happy, truly happy, on my own. The breakup, once a gaping wound, slowly transformed into a scar, a permanent reminder of the pain, but also of the healing. A reminder of my resilience, my ability to bounce back from adversity, to emerge stronger and more self-aware. It pushed me to build a life that was truly mine, a life filled with purpose, passion, and a deep sense of self-love. Ready to let go? Start with small steps. First, accept your feelings. Don't judge them. Let yourself feel, cry, write, or talk it out. Next, create space. Mute them on social media, put away reminders, and give your heart a break. Reconnect with yourself. List your passions and start doing what you loved before. Fill your time with activities that bring you joy and accomplishment. You're rebuilding your identity on your own terms. Finally, shift your focus to the future. Set new goals, big or small, that have nothing to do with your past relationship. Dream about what you want next and take steps toward it. As you build a future, you're excited about the past loses its grip. You stop looking back and start moving forward. That's emotional freedom. Mel Robbins' 5-second rule is a game changer for letting go. When you feel the urge to check their social or dwell on the past, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then move. Get up, play music, text a friend, do anything to break the pattern. This interrupts the spiral and puts you back in control. Setting boundaries is just as crucial. Boundaries aren't walls. They're lines that protect your peace. Tell friends you don't want updates, avoid painful places, or ask for space if needed. Enforcing boundaries is self-respect in action. Use the 5-second rule to give yourself courage. When you know you need to speak up, counteract. Don't overthink, just protect your healing. Every boundary you set is a step toward taking back your power. That's how you move forward, one decision at a time. Overcoming attachment starts with self-love. Not just pampering, but how you treat and talk to yourself. After detachment, there's a void where validation used to be. Learn to give yourself comfort and encouragement. Change your inner dialogue. Replace harsh criticism with kindness. Practice self-care as discipline. Eat well, move your body, get enough sleep. These actions reinforce your worth to yourself. Learn to enjoy your own company. Take yourself out, read in the park, cook a meal just for you. Prove to yourself you're not just alone, but in good company. When you enjoy being with yourself, you stop needing someone else to fill the silence. You become your own source of comfort and joy. That's true strength, and it's deeply attractive. Be your own anchor. One day, the pain fades. You stop waking up thinking of them. You hear that old song, and it's just a song. That's when you start seeing open windows instead of closed doors. The past is one chapter. You have a whole book left to write. What do you want to create now? Make a dream board, list your wildest goals. This isn't wishful thinking, it's reclaiming your future. As you build a life you love, new people will enter it naturally. You'll attract those who match your new energy. New beginnings often come disguised as painful endings. The loss was a clearing, making space for something better. Embrace the unknown, it's full of potential. Letting go isn't about erasing someone from your heart. You may always carry a piece of them, and that's okay. The goal is integration, finding peace and gratitude for the lessons learned. Scars aren't damage, they're proof you survived and grew stronger. This journey is about rediscovering your own worth and strength. Your happiness is your responsibility, not anyone else's. That's true freedom, to love deeply without fear, to connect without losing yourself. If you're in the thick of it, be patient and kind to yourself. You're not just getting over someone, you're becoming someone new. The pain is fuel for your growth. Keep moving forward. You've got this.